Coming up on the Olympic Zone, an insider's guide to Paris with an American family. They show us some of Paris's hidden gems.
Salty.
And what life is like living on the Seine. Plus,
Ashley Johnson with a save.
Water polo phenom Ashley Johnson leading the U.S. women's water polo team on their quest to win a 4th consecutive gold medal. She's breaking down barriers in and out of the pool.
I think that the responsibility is just to be the best version of myself.
And a sport steeped in centuries of tradition that is still very much a part of our modern-day competition.
Oh my gosh, that is a lot harder than it looked.
We get a crash course in the basics of fencing. The Olympic Zone begins now.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Nick Summer with your Olympic Zone report. Our top Olympic story today: have you ever wanted an insider's tour of Paris? Well, Sam Brock meets an American family living on the Seine, their favorite local spots, and their front row seat for the opening ceremony.
Visitors here have always flocked to Paris's most storied sites, the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, the Champs-Élysées.
But we wanted to map out something a little more off the beaten path. So we found an American family that spends half their time in the U.S., half their time in Paris to show us some of the local treasures.
For the readers, Twee, Mitch, and Ariel, that starts with their house, which just happens to be a boat.
Life in Paris started on the water, so it's a bit like coming back to the origins of Paris.
Sitting on the River Seine in a city of infinite possibility.
I've lived in Paris so many years over my lifetime, and I still discover little streets, new little shops, and it's an eternal discovery in Paris.
Recently, that discovery included a front row seat to the opening ceremony. But for this family from Connecticut, there's so much more than meets the eye in the City of Light.
We love checking out bookstores. There's so many gorgeous bookstores in Paris, and this happens to be open on a Sunday.
Let's take advantage and check it out.
Love it.
So this is it.
It's my favorite bookstore. It's called L'Écume des Pages. It's in the heart of Saint-Germain.
We enter a literary sanctuary.
So there has to be a section here for historical fiction.
Yes, but there's also a section for littérature française.
Around the corner, Twee explains why this particular nook reflects the city's joie de vivre.
I come here just to see the latest books on photography, on design, on art, on fashion. To me, it's a little microcosm of the culture of Paris. Merci beaucoup. Bonne journée à vous.
Merci.
And this is the Marché Raspail-Bieu.
Exactly.
Which is?
It's actually the only open-air organic market in Paris.
So fresh, in fact, that signs like this read, harvested yesterday.
Hey, 2 barquettes de fraises, 10 euros!
One of the market favorites was a little cheesy.
Just the sheer density of this.
Yes.
Ici, exceptionnel.
And the final pearl of our Paris tour, the oyster restaurant Régie, with some of the finest food France has to offer.
Santé.
Cheers to a city whose character and charm continues to reveal itself.
Members from the USA women's water polo team spoke about competing at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games. The team is going for their 4th consecutive gold medal. It had been backed by rapper and water polo superfan Flavor Flav. They will face off against Greece on Saturday.
I was just calling for people to know my teammates and challenge them and empower them to maybe follow some of the more niche sports this Olympics, especially in women's sports. And if it's not water polo, rugby or fencing, and just to give those women, those teams a chance, right? And Flavor Flav saw that, and something about it sparked his interest. I know he commented "Girl Dad," which was pretty cool, and kind of since then he reached out, and I think it's been a total blessing. He has really opened up the door and window to a pathway for people to learn our team and different communities, different people who would have never heard of the sport of water polo, and that's exactly what sports like us need, are people who are willing to kind of open the door and give us a chance. And yeah, he's been great energy, all support. He's been really great at shining any light back on us, and we look forward to having him here in Paris and just keeping that positive energy going.
This team hasn't accomplished the goal yet. This team hasn't won an Olympic gold. So this is our first time doing this as a team, and I think that gives us a lot of good perspective and just focus that, like, we need to put everything that we have into this. Like, as leaders, we need to lead the young ones. We need to show them what to expect while also empowering them to bring what they have to bring to this team. Like Adam said, it's going to take everyone. So this is maybe our third time, Maggie's fourth time going here, but this team hasn't done anything yet. So that's pretty humbling, and it's something that we carry with us every day.
You know, this group has been there, done it before. So I think there's a certain amount of confidence that comes with this group, but we got half the team that's brand new, that's doing this for the very first time. And combining those forces, you know, it's going to be, it's never really been, I mean, as amazing as this group has been, you know, and each one of them will attest to this, not one person could have done it by themselves. So we're going to have to rely on everyone. So that's number one message, is this is a team game. It's always been a team game. What has made us strong and powerful is that it's tough to scout us. It's not one person that's going to get the job done. It's literally a collective team.
When we return, we'll give you a crash course on fencing. Stay with us.
As Louisianians, we've seen a lot of insurance companies come and go when times get tough. That's not us. Go Auto low-cost car insurance has been here all along, protecting Louisiana drivers so they can get on the road and go, explore, discover, live, and enjoy the road. We are Go Auto, Louisiana-born, Louisiana-loved. Just call, click, or come by to get a fast free quote today.
Are you looking for a way to save money on your monthly car payment? For a limited time, refinance your current auto loan with Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union, and we will beat your current rate. If we can't, we'll give you a $25 Visa gift card just for trying. And like always, we offer 90 days, no payment. Take control of your finances and explore the benefits of refinancing. Ouachita Valley, making good things happen.
I had dug myself into a financial hole. Bill collectors was calling me every day. Credit card, medical bills were piling up. My paycheck was about to be garnished, and they was looking for my car. I kept digging myself into a deeper hole. I decided to call Sam.
Let Sam give you straight answers to serious bankruptcy questions. No pressure, no sales pitch, no gimmicks. Call Sam for a free consultation and see if he can help you climb out of that hole.
There's only one way to sizzle this summer with a new Bronco from Billy Wood Ford. Make a sizzling summer deal decked out the way you need it. You can get up to $3,500 off all in-stock 2024 Broncos this month only. Escape, Expedition, Mustang, and the legendary Ford trucks. With sizzling deals like this, get one of each. And if you have a trade, you have it made in the shade. Nobody sizzles like Billy Wood Ford. Get your really good Billy Wood deal at BillyWoodFord.com.
Well, fencing is one of only 5 sports that have appeared in every Summer Olympic Games since the beginning of the modern games. But is it easy to do? Well, after a crash course, Gotti Schwartz picks up a blade.
So beyond some very ornate Parisian gates, next to the tomb of Napoleon, in this fortress that is a museum dedicated to the weapons of war,
swords paint a bold and bloody history from when scores were settled with a duel. During King Louis's reign, historians estimate that several thousand people fought to the death every year in sword fights. Those duels led to fencing, a sport steeped in centuries of tradition, and as recognizable today as it was when the modern Olympics began.
Lee Kiefer, an American fencing first.
Here's the craziest part. The last duel to be fought in France was 1967. Not 1867, 1967.
That duel was between a member of parliament and the mayor of Marseille, and fortunately both men survived, just like my opponent here.
Ha! Cool, but now I kind of want to do the real thing.
So for a quick crash course, we headed to one of the biggest fencing schools in Paris.
Spread your feet. Yes, bend your legs.
Okay.
Why do you do old man? Yes, like
Why
this.
do I do an old man?
Yeah.
41.
41 is young guy. Mask on you ready?
Mask on.
Okay. Extension. Okay. Lunge. Okay.
Man, this thing's heavy already.
Before I could get any more worn out, we decided it was time to test my mettle.
Maël, please come in.
This isn't 15-year-old. This is like a French warrior. All right, D'Artagnan.
Allez. Halt. Good.
Oh my gosh. That is a lot harder than it looks.
I'll give you some advice.
Okay.
I need you to do more lunges. Let's go.
More lunges.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good. Have deep breaths. Okay? En garde. End of the match, shake hands.
Thanks for taking it easy on me. Oh man.
Sorry, Gally.
Olympics 2028. I'll be 46. You'll
He's
be
19.
Yeah, rematch. Rematch in Los Angeles.
Perfect.
Closer look at the culture in Paris. Stay with us.
3.9% financing for 84 months on F-150s. Now at Banner Ford of Monroe.
Our customers know that at Banner Ford of Monroe, you're going to get our very best prices every single day.
Like the best-selling F-150 with low 3.9% financing for 84 months or $5,000 in customer cash. Banner Ford of Monroe, the #1 volume Ford dealer in North Louisiana.
Come see for yourself why the Banner way is a better way. Banner Ford of Monroe. Just take the Garrett Road exit off I-20.
Are you looking for a way to save money on your monthly car payment? For a limited time, refinance your current auto loan with Ouachita Valley Federal Credit Union, and we will beat your current rate. If we can't, we'll give you a $25 Visa gift card just for trying. And like always, we offer 90 days, no payment. Take control of your finances and explore the benefits of refinancing. Ouachita Valley, making good things happen.
Midway Marble and Granite, your largest certified granite and marble full-service store in South Arkansas. Come see our design specialist for a free consult to make your kitchen dreams come to life. We offer state-of-the-art templating and fabricating process. Locally owned and operated, MidwayGranite.com. Located at 407 Midway Road, El Dorado, Arkansas.
Food, fashion, and art are certainly important pieces of France's tapestry, but what really makes Paris Paris? We gave this tough assignment to Kyra Dixon, and she began by taking a seat.
Flâner en terrasse, the French art of sitting at a cafe all day and watching the world go by.
Since the 1600s, cafe culture has been an integral part of French life. Think Hemingway, de Beauvoir, and Sartre. For countless intellectuals and artists, cafe life has served as a proving ground for inspiration, if those walls could talk. Café du Flore, founded in 1870, is perhaps the most iconic Parisian cafe. Situated in one of the most en vogue districts of Paris, Saint-Germain.
All right, so I'm sitting in the exact spot where Sartre would sit, order a glass of red wine, or a few, write for hours, and just watch the world go by.
When it comes to the menu, it's not just about your morning caffeine. From pastries to chocolat chaud to classic French dishes like croque madame and monsieur, but perhaps the most popular order...
Wine is the first thing like a lot of people can order, and a lot of people order the snails and the frog legs because that's like typically French. You know?
Escargot.
Escargot, exactly.
For the French, it's been said that the cafe is the primary theater of everyday life.
It's like social media before social media. You have a lot of story at the bar that's typical French.
It just seems like it's such a special part of being French.
That's French.
French cafe culture has stood the test of time. For generations, it's been a place for conversation, inspiration, and for love.
After all, cafe culture isn't limited to Parisians. It's a global phenomenon for every Olympic fan to enjoy.
Merci.
Here on NBC 10, there's been much excitement from the Paris Olympics. Following that, today we have Alex Noel with your French word of the day, sponsored by Sam Henry.
Bonjour, I'm Alex Noel with your French word of the day. Today's French word is merci. Merci is the French word for thank you, or you could say merci beaucoup, to say thank you very much. That's your French word of the day.
When we return, we'll take a look at the Paris 1924 Olympics, which is when many say they really took shape.
Our Born Automotive Freedom Sale goes on all month long at all 8 of our locations. From Bunkie to Bastrop, Natchitoches to Zachary, Oakdale to LeCount, and even Alexandria, you have the freedom to purchase any new Chevy, Buick, GMC, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram, Ford Lincoln, or Toyota, or choose from over 300 pre-owned vehicles. And get your own Born value.
Welcome to LeGrand Memory Care, where memory becomes a masterpiece. Our neighborhood feels like home with uniquely designed doors. Your room is your sanctuary, easily recognizable like cherished memories. Our common area is buzzing with life. Enjoy delightful dining and engaging activities like games, puzzles, and arts and crafts. Don't miss our Elderbrook Garden Station, a green oasis for nature lovers. LeGrand Memory Care, your home away from home, where every memory matters.
Hi, I'm Chris Lewis, the proud owner of Coney Island Connection on the corner of North 7 Arkansas Road. Did you know here at Coney Island Connection we offer a military discount, a law enforcement discount, and a senior citizen discount? I'm asking you to stop by today and give us a try. We also serve roast beef po' boys, hot tamales, fried pickles, fried green beans, and much more. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. It's just like eating at home, right here at Coney Island Connection on the corner of North 7 and Arkansas Road.
It's about tradition, value, and community. We're Creed and Creed, and we're proud to call Northeast Louisiana home. Catherine and I raised our family here, we worship here, and we serve here. It's an honor to support the community that has given us so much. Tradition, value, and community. That's Creed and Creed. If you've been injured in an accident, call Creed and Creed today. Proudly serving this great community for over 25 years.
Athens 1896 was the birth of the modern Olympics, but it wasn't until Paris 1924 that the Olympic Games really took shape. Gotti Schwartz shows us what's changed in the past 100 years and what has not.
These grainy images, some likely shot using hand-cranked film cameras, are among the only moving pictures that have survived the century since Paris's last Summer Olympic Games.
And the climax of those games took place right here at what is now known as the Yves Dumanoir Stadium. Now back then, they saw both the opening and closing ceremony take place right here. As you can see today, it is a field hockey pitch, but it's part of this Parisian commitment to honor the past as well as look towards an ultra-modern future.
In fact, not far from this stadium, the first ever Olympic Village. Back then, it was dozens of wooden cabins, and each one with 3 beds and the modern-day luxury of running water. But today, the 2024 Athletes Village is a state-of-the-art, nearly $2 billion project which will house 14,000 coaches and competitors. The village has solar panels, uses geothermal cooling, and oh yeah, the beds can be recycled. And after the games, this will all transform into a new residential district housing 6,000 people.
And with this strategic roadmap, our ambition was for the games to become more sustainable, which means on one hand, for them to reduce their footprint, and on the other hand, to maximize their social and economic impact.
A century ago, the Paris Games were the first international sporting event to be broadcast live on the radio. Last night's stunning opening on the River Seine was seen worldwide by an estimated 1 billion people. In 1924, there were just 3 women's swimming medals awarded. This year, there are 6 times as many women's swimming events. And perhaps therein lies the most stunning change in the last 100 Olympic years. In 1924, women made up only 4% of competitors. While today, these Paris Games are the first Olympics with gender parity.
The Olympic movement has achieved gender equality by adding women's events to sports that were previously only for men, creating the mixed gender events for men and women to compete more together, or we even see in the opening ceremony now, you don't have one flag bearer, you have one male flag bearer, one female flag bearer.
A reflection of how far we've come under the Olympic rings of unity. For the Olympic Zone, I'm Gotti Schwartz.
Now let's check in to see who is leading the pack in this year's medal count. Right now, Japan leads with 6 golds. France, China, Australia, and South Korea have 5 golds each. And the USA is rounding out the top 6 with 3 golds. Check it back in later tonight for the latest medal count. When we return, we'll wrap things up French style. Stay with us.
There's only one way to sizzle this summer with a new Bronco from Billy Wood Ford. Make a sizzling summer deal decked out the way you need it. You can get up to $3,500 off all in-stock 2024 Broncos this month only. Escape, Expedition, Mustang, and the legendary Ford trucks. With sizzling deals like this, get one of each. And if you have a trade, you have it made in the shade. Nobody sizzles like Billy Wood Ford. Get your really good Billy Wood deal at BillyWoodFord.com.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Right now, get 4 free smartphones and 4 lines for $25 per line when you switch.
Are you looking for a bank that goes beyond banking? Look no further than Homeland Bank. With our Homeland Gold checking, you can enjoy benefits including cell phone protection for you and your family for lost or stolen phones, roadside assistance 24/7, even if you're a passenger, Cyber Scout identity theft resolution, entertainment discounts, and much more. Upgrade to Homeland Gold today and discover a checking account like never before. We built this bank for you. We are Homeland Bank.
Where's your money?
Many say no victory is complete without popping a cork and spraying champagne. But how did this tradition start? Ann Thompson takes us to the hillsides of northeastern France to find out.
From these peaceful hillsides in northeastern France comes the drink that showers champions. Champagne, a study in contrasts. By French law, only grapes grown here can be made into champagne. But legend has it, it was an American who changed the way champagne is used to celebrate victories. After winning the 24 Hours at Le Mans auto race in 1967, Dan Gurney took a giant bottle of Moet et Chandon champagne, shook it, and sprayed everyone in sight. A moment ricocheted around the world in black and white.
When you look at that picture, what do you think? It's the beginning of a traditional gesture, and we feel joy with him.
Now no victory is complete without the bottle called Jeroboam. From Serena Williams to Formula One drivers, the bottles holding 3 liters of champagne are part of Moet's collection, overseen by Magali Lapierre.
And Dan Gurney started all of this.
Yes, Dan Gurney started that, yes, exactly.
Far from locker rooms, Moet's elegant home is in Epernay. For almost 3 centuries, its cellar housed below Avenue de Champagne. Inoa Lauk is our guide.
Why is champagne the drink of celebration?
Well, I think it has to do with the history.
A favorite of royal court since Louis XV and a certain emperor.
So this is where Napoleon walked?
Indeed. He came for the first time to the house 1804, but then he crossed the gallery in 1807.
Was he your most famous client?
Absolutely, at the time.
Behind this locked gate, the vintage room.
What's the oldest bottle in this room?
In this room, it's 1892.
The drinkable history of Moet.
When is it best to drink champagne? Does it matter?
It matters based on you. The best moment to drink champagne is wherever you feel it.
These sports champions certainly do. Like Napoleon said, in victory you deserve champagne, in defeat you need it.
Santé.
For the Olympic Zone, I'm Ann Thompson.
That's it for today's Olympic Zone. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 6:30. But before we go, we're giving you a live look from our camera at the American University of Paris. The 2024 Paris Summer Olympics will run right here on NBC through August 11th. Have a great night.